We have installed and created a project like demo in the previous chapter about the Phalcon. Now all we need to understand is about understanding the complete directory structure or the folder structure of Phalcon. So this is like just an example and a pictorial representation which I can say for the folder structure of Phalcon. So the complete directory structure is like in this way. It has a main directory, some source files which has .phalcon, like something which is included over here. App has config, controllers, library, migrations, models, views. It has also a cache folder which would help for caching things, and a public folder which includes some files like assets, which we will have in the further chapter understanding about the assets management of Phalcon. Next is .htaccess file, .ht router php index.html, which is like the root file from where we can access the folder, and some kind of the extra metadata file. So this is the complete folder structure of Phalcon. Let's move to our structure which we have it. Like for example, like yes, over here. So in XAMPP htdocs demo, so it has .phalcon, which is for now empty, but and some kind of schema representations and many things will be included over here. This is the most important directory, that is the app directory. What is app directory is nothing but about the application directory. It has the config folder. So one by one, we'll have a look of what is it all about. Config folder has three major files: config.php, loader, services.php. So app consists of all the vital scripts, files and folders, which is important. Config controllers. Config includes all the configuration files. So let's open it up. So this is my config, which includes some kind of database connectivity file, some more configurations, something is there related to migrations, understanding about the controllers and many more things. In depth we'll come with in the further chapters, we'll overcome about each one of them. So basically from the name it is suggested, like it's given over here, that config is all about understanding the configurations. The next is about loader.php. Okay, so loader.php, let's open it up. Loader.php, as a name suggests, is nothing but loading up the particular libraries or the directories inside the Phalcon. So loader is like Phalcon instantiates this particular class. You can say Phalcon loader class, and it registers this directory. For now it is registering controllers directory and models directory. More can be registered. Obviously, we'll have a look on this in the upcoming chapters. Next is services.php. Important point to be noted, we are just having an overview of which file has been associated with which directory, and the vital thing is like we need to understand the prime importance of each one of them. So services.php, as the name suggests, is nothing but providing the services, which can be like cookies, it can be sessions, it can be adding up the particular adapters, like which is visible over here, adding up the database adapters. If you want to set up a session flash services, there in the comment it's mentioned over here. This is like if you want to give up some new things like adding up the bootstrap classes, this is adding up sessions. So it is like providing even more services to the existing project of the particular web application. So that is nothing but done in the services.php. Okay, so next thing about we need to understand is regarding the uh, next file. So that is understanding about the controllers. So here we have two controllers. We have not created anything for now. We have a controller base, we have an index controller. So controllers are nothing but in the MVC architecture, if you remember, and we will have again overlook about the MVC architecture in the further chapter. So controllers are nothing but the one which has all the logic and it interacts with the view as well as the model in the MVC architecture. So Phalcon basically has two things, as I mentioned over here, a controller base and index controller. These are the main controllers for any kind of the web applications. So these controllers help you to understand like how to interact with the particular views and the models. Okay, so for now there is no code included in it, just an index action function is there. This is like a default action, or you can say a method to be invoked if any kind of, if the particular application has been called. Okay, So next is understanding about the next thing, that is library. Library, for now it is empty. What is library actually consisting about? Library, it constitutes of nothing but the extra third party libraries which we will put for the particular framework. Example, I can say if you want to include some bootstrap libraries, or there is some authentication system thing which you need to add, which is like a third party thing. Third party meaning that it's not included in the Phalcon framework, but you are constituting it just to provide even more services in your web application. Next, this is migrations. Migrations is nothing but like all the data migrations file will be constituted here. Obviously, I'm not stepping up into depth, but I'll give a gist about it. Like migrations, data migrations is nothing but like if you have some kind of dump file for this particular application, for example, demo, and you need to use that dump file of a SQL file or something in another database. So you need to constitute it in some coded language, like for .php language. So that is done with the data migration procedure. Phalcon supports it, and all the data migration files is included inside the migrations folder of the web application. For now it is empty because we haven't started yet. So once we started, we get the all the data migration files over here. Okay, so next is about models. Models in the MVC architecture, as I repeated again, it's nothing but the one which is interacting with the database to get whatever the set of queries which is required. Now it is empty. We just have a controller which invokes the particular view. So models have all the associated files related to the particular database. Plus point about Phalcon, every table has its associated model over here. We will understand this once we create a project and try to invoke a number of possibilities inside it. So that is all about models. Views are like the third party things about interacting with the end users. So here you can see some new thing which is called as index.volt. Index.volt is the .volt is a kind of a file which is used in Phalcon. Shortly I can tell you that it is a combination of PHP as well as C. In depth we'll understand in the chapter about Phalcon views. So views folder has two basic folders, that is index and layout. Layout is nothing but the layout, like only the look and feel of how the view will be present. And index will have all the associated files which will be called once the application hits the browser. So index will also have some kind of logic. It will if you need to associate some kind of logic from the controller function, then that can be done with the index. That will not be included in the layouts because layouts is all about the look and feel. So this was all about understanding the app folder structure, which is a very important folder structure. So next is cache. Cache, for now we have two fold thing over here. This is like, just have a look on it. So it has two things, HT index volt, how it will have it. So it's like caching up the particular thing. So the directory included to data related to caching, which helps in improving performance. So that is included inside cache folder. Next is public. Public has all the assets. So it includes all the folders for the asset management purpose, which comprises of CSS, files, if anything is to be uploaded or downloaded, images, JS files if you want to add it. So it's also a kind of a third party thing, and temp folder. Now after this file is very important. For now it comes in the scenario which is called as .htaccess. So what is .htaccess? .htaccess is a file, it's a configuration file for use on the web servers, especially the one which works on the Apache web server. When a .htaccess file is placed in a directory, which is in turn, it is loaded by this Apache configuration. So where is my browser? So I'll just check it. Like in my browser, whenever I hit on XAMPP, for example, if I open XAMPP and I start my, so okay, so whenever, for now I'm stopping it. Once I started, it calls for the particular port number and it invokes this htaccess file whenever the project has been hit. So it's like you can say, it in turns is loaded by the Apache web server and the htaccess file is detected and the particular project will be run in the browser. Another important thing which you can do with .htaccess file is like if you want to set up within the particular IP address, if you want to see that the project is available for only that particular IP address and others will have like it's in work in progress, like if you want to make some major changes of the website, so all that configurations you will do it on inside this htaccess file. So more in depth of how to do modifications in .htaccess file, we'll have a look in the upcoming chapters. So this was all about understanding the basic structure. Obviously index.html is nothing but the main root file. This will invoke index.volt, which is present inside the views folder of app. So that is the interconnection between the Phalcon folders. So this was all about understanding the complete directory structure, or you can say the folder structure of Phalcon.